Hello everybody and welcome back to Rebellious Menstruation. Today is another installment in our series on alternative ways to wash your cloth menstrual pads. Previously we've washed a salad spinner, we've washed with a salad spinner, a scrubber bag and with like a sink plunger in a bucket, where these will all be linked below. Today we are using this coffee plunger. This is a 4-cup coffee plunger. We're going to use these 3 soiled liners from Novel Red. This wasn't actually intentional, I just used all 3 of them when I went away for the weekend. And we will, this plunger, like the salad spinner and the sink plunger, is from a big box $2 store, making it easily accessible for those of you on a tight budget or in a sustainability shop desert where they can become prohibitively expensive. Or you don't have access to a laundry, and those laundry machines that you can have in your apartment are really, can be like upward of $90, I think. So we're also going to use this unscented Dr. Bronner soap. We like this, so this is just an all-in-one hemp baby unscented soap by Dr. Bronner. So let's get this started. We're just going to put 2 drops in, just to give us some soap. Okay, so now we're going to throw the pads in. We can probably add a little bit more water to this, as you can tell. But I added some water first just to get the soap and the water going, and then we're going to put this back down. So as you can see, what we're going to be doing, I'm just going to flip this around to make it easier for me to hold, is essentially using this to get at these cloth pads and wash all, because these have been liners that I've been wearing. Now, just so you're aware, I always use liners that I have been wearing. I always use soiled liners. So, because otherwise I'd like to know whether this works as well or not, because that way I can use this when I am traveling or somewhere else. I can get this from another $2 shop and wash my cloth pads while I'm away. Okay, so what we can also do in this situation is put them actually above here and kind of do that. To give them because really what we're doing is agitating this like a washing machine would. Okay, we're going to flip these around again, and as you can see, a lot of this is actually making quite a bit of agitation, which, kind of like the plunger, or the sink plunger, will allow for the water and the soap to get in and through the soiled liners. I'm just going to tip this water out Okay, in much the same manner, I think we've gone over this in the other videos as well. Once you've actually opened them up and you're free to see, this actually had a bit of stuff down here, as did this one. They were quite dirty. This one was probably the least soiled out of all of them. We're actually going to do a rinse cycle, so we're going to need to get some more water and put more water in. Now we have a bit more of an idea of how much water we actually need in here this time. So we're going to shove our pads back in and do basically the same thing. And as you can see, almost straight away as we're doing this, the water is becoming a little bit cloudy, and that's from getting the soap out of the pads, because essentially what we're doing, like any other cycle, is a rinse cycle. So these agitation and rinse cycles last anywhere from 30 seconds to about a minute, depending on how soiled your stuff is and how clean you want your cloth pads to be. Okay, one more time at the bottom. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to tip this out again. Okay, what I also did is squeeze out these pads and then threw them in a puddle of water, which is probably not useful. What we're going to do now is we're going to hang these on the line, all three of them, and we're going to come back to them this afternoon, and we're going to see, after they've dried in the sun, how clean they've come up. Okay, we are back in the afternoon now, and they are all dry. So this is what they of course look like. They've turned out very, very clean. And this is the octopus. And this is the writing one. So this is washing with a coffee plunger. So just to give you another alternative. Okay, so there we go. These were the 3 7-inch cotton topped novel reds that I had with me. I used one during the day, one overnight and one the next day, and I also walked about 4 k's with them, so they were a bit sweaty and gross, and they've come out pretty clean. So there we go, everyone. This was a coffee plunger from a big box store, which should be readily accessible to everybody. So that's about it for today, now that they're all dry and clean and inside. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your morning, afternoon or evening, depending on where you are in the day. And I of course will catch up with you all in the next video. Bye everyone.